I'll read. So in this video, I'm giving you a daily update on what I do on each way sniper each day. At the minute, I'm trying to do a full analysis on May, and which I'm probably going to continue on into June to try and get some data. I think there's been a lot of discussion on the forums and Discord servers recently about minimum ratings and ratings and minimum odds even. And I've got a spreadsheet I've put together, which I'm going to show you later on in this video, which I'm happy to make available to anybody who wants it. And somehow, I'm not sure yet how. But yeah, I've got a really good spreadsheet, which came from a friend of a friend. So the first thing I want to show you what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into each way sniper, and to do that I've got a mini PC running at my mum's house in a spare bedroom, which I think I've mentioned before, while I'm working remotely on a campsite. So I go into remote Chrome desktop or Chrome remote desktop, and this is my mini PC here, which is based, like I say, about 30-40 mile away. And I just go into that and it should log in. Now, I have got a problem with the resolution here. I've turned the volume off on it so it doesn't make any beeping noises or any sound at the house it's located in. And then I run each way sniper. Now, like I say, I've got a little problem with the resolution. I can't fit everything on one screen, which is a bit annoying. I think I've tried everything at this end, at my laptop end, to try and sort that out, but I can't sort it out. So it's a case of I resize these columns every day by just double clicking on the headers, and what it does is it resizes them so I can't fit everything on the screen. Now this is empty at the minute because I've just cleared out. Basically each day I do export log, and I save them into this AWS folder on my OneDrive. You can see I've got one for every single day of the month until it's the 30th, which is yesterday's. 30th is there, which is yesterday's. It's now the 31st today, 10 to 10. So what I would do now is I would just run sniper, because after I've exported it, I clear the log. And I've already done that, like I say, today. I should have recorded that. So now I would just run sniper and get it going for the day. It's 10 to 10. I normally set this away between 8 and 9, so I'm a little bit later today, just trying to do this video. You can see here it's going into the races. It uses that for Bet365, because obviously there's some reason it can't technically link automatically through its own interface with Bet365. And now you'll just see it logging in all the other accounts. So I'm just going to leave that there to do its thing. Right, so moving on to the spreadsheet then. This is a spreadsheet here. So basically there's three main tabs. You're only really interested in the analysis tab, although you do have to do a little bit of work on the log tab spreadsheet. But this is just showing the data that's come straight from AWS. And you can see the latest data we've got there is the 29th of the 5th. The reason we use this sheet first is because the data that comes out of AWS leaves a lot to be desired. The formatting's awful. The numeric fields, like even the values, all come through as text. The dates are back to front. The times are just tagged on the end, so we just pop it into this, and then what it does automatically, the spreadsheet, is it'll take the data and it'll convert it into usable data, what I call usable data. So you can see here we've got the day, the month, the year, the date in a much better format, UK format. We've got the bookies and all the data we need to actually analyze the data, whether it won or lost, the win or loss, and the profit. Okay, and day to day you don't even need to look at this sheet, to be honest. The data one, it's the analysis one that you're interested in. So if we go to the analysis sheet, you can see here that we're currently running at a profit of £977.46 for the month. Well, for this period here, the 1st of the 5th through to the 31st of the 5th. These yellow fields are the ones that we can change. Now, I have modified this spreadsheet a bit since I received it from a friend of a friend. I've added on this minimum odds because it allows you to update these numbers and see how much would have won. Well, I say would have won your profit out. It's potentially what you would have, because one thing you can't change is the sort of date, the bet data that it's actually placed the bets on, so it's all historic. But it'll potentially show what you would have won. Bear in mind, if you change these parameters, it would have got on different bets. So it's not the be all and end all. It's not 100% accurate. It's not an exact science, should I say. But you can see here up until the 29th. On the 29th, we had 59 bets, £219 worth of stakes, 3 winners, 20 placed, 35 losers, 1 non-runner, and we had £69.92 profit, which took us to 977 from the 907 the day before. If we go all the way up to the top of the month, you can see it's actually been a month of 3/3. I was going to say 3/4 there. It's been a month of 3/3. So the first third here, if we go down to there and just take the first sort of 7 days, we lost £48.39. And then we had a big winning day, and then a loss, and then a lot of big winning days. And so if we take that -8 and that £278 there, which was the biggest day yet, you can see for that period there, which I've highlighted, which is the 8th of May through to the 17th of May, which is 10 days, we had £1,095 profit. And at that point there, we were on £1,047 profit, which was the highest of the month. And still is, by the way. So then if we take the remainder of the days since then, and mind we had a loss as well yesterday of about £35, we're looking at a loss of another £69 plus the 35 I'm going to put in a minute, and we're looking at another £100 loss there. So you can see it's gone down from 1,047 back down to 977, which is going to become 940 something when I put the data in for the 30th. So that's how it's just been a month of 3/3. Minus £50 plus £1,095, and then minus about £100. So you can see the totals up here. Then we've got a total number of bets, we've got the total stakes, the total winners, places, we've got a total profit, and we've got the return on investment of 18.49%. So really good set of results there. But where it comes into its own, I think, is whereby we can actually change these two figures here to see how that would affect the number of bets, the total stake, the profit, and the ROI. Now, as you can see here, I've got that set at 95, and the reason for that is I actually started the month on 95, but then I changed to 97. So if I just change that to 97, get rid of the first few bits and bobs, you can see I would have actually been on £1,022. And that's something there straight away that would sort of make me think, well, okay then, maybe I should be using 97 and not 95. The reason I actually switched to 97 wasn't because of this spreadsheet, because I didn't have the data then. The reason I switched to 97 is I was getting too many bets on the first couple of days in May. When it was set to 95, it obviously places a lot more bets the lower you get. You can see if I change that back to 95, we've got 1,489 bets. If I change it to 97, it knocks off 40 bets there straight away, and I only had it, like I say, running. I can't remember if it was just the 1st of May or the 1st and 2nd of May. I wish I'd actually started at 97. So the problem with this situation here, changing these numbers, is there's no point taking it any lower than what your minimum was. So my minimum was 95 and 7. These totals won't change at all. Like if I took that down to 90, because we didn't place any bets between 90 and 95. Similarly, if I take that down to 4, the numbers won't change because I didn't place any bets between 4 and 7. So what we can do though is go up in the range. So I can say, well, what would it be if it was 97? What would it be if it was 98? So you can see that's dropped substantially there, down to £700. What would it be at 99? 100, 101, going back up a little bit. 101 isn't bad, 887. Then you can also do it with the odds. You can say, well, what if I was only betting on horses that were odds of 10 or higher? You can see here, that's quite good because the ROI is 41%. If you remember, my ROI was only somewhere 17, 18 or 19%. I can't remember exactly. I've just mentioned it if you rewind the video back a little bit. Struggling to remember the numbers. But you can see here as well how it affects the stakes and the number of bets. We've only got on 602 bets instead of about 1,400. We've only staked £2,100 instead of staking like £5,000. And that's only about 50 quid less than what 80 quid less than what it actually was at 97 and 7. And the ROI is much higher. I mean, we're investing 2,147 and we've won 893. The other thing to bear in mind and to mention is that these numbers are a lot lower, so your daily bets are a lot lower, and that's got to be beneficial for account health, I would say. So you're free to play around with these numbers and just change them whatever you want. That's going a bit low on the profit for my liking. Although if you're happy with, say, £500 profit a month, you're only putting on 402 bets there. Get that up to something high like 16, you can still see we're getting 41% return on investment. You can see that these numbers are even lower again. We're making 434 profit, but we've only staked 1,058 and we've only placed 276 bets. Could try taking that back down to 97. So there we've got £1,021 profit, and we've spent a lot less on bets, and we've only placed 836, and the ROI is 31. Do bear in mind though that this is just based again on historic bets you've placed through May, but it does give you a good idea of where you would have been if you had a dropped if you had a dropped odds between 7 and 16. We would have had a nice profit there off 39 winners. So that's the spreadsheet I'm currently using at the minute. Any feedback I'd appreciate more. The more info, the better, really. But that's where we stand. So I'm just going to flick back over to, and this is all automated. So you just, each day you just put your login. Sorry, I was going to put the 30th in. So what I've got here is I've opened up the 30th export that I've opened up the 30th of the 5th export that I've just taken out of Sniper. And so all we do is, you can see what's highlighted there, highlight everything from the first row of data to the last row of data. So I exclude the header and I exclude the total at the bottom, which is the £33, £25 loss from yesterday. So we just copy that. We can right click and copy, or you can just press Control C. And then we go into our Sniper spreadsheet. I've called it Sniper 101. We go into the log and we just Control V and paste it into there, into the next blank row. Paste that there. You can see it's all highlighted there and gone in just straight from that other daily sheet. And then when we go to data, you'll see it's automatically in there. You can see where it changes to the 30th there and comes down. And then when you go to analysis, you can see it's added the 30th in on this row here. It's showing as minus £23 because I've still got that set at 16. Back to 95 and 7, you can see it's £33.25. You must remember to change these back to the settings you've been using for the month to make sure, for the period, because this doesn't even have to be a month. This can be a period of a week, a month, 2 months, 3 months. You can change that as long as you've got the data in the log. It'll be transposed into here correctly. So you might have like 3 month period in here, 90 entries for 3 months. You can have 6 months, you can have a year in. Obviously, your log will be getting very, very big for a year's worth of data. But, that's how it works. So it is a bit of a two-forked thing, because the higher you go with these numbers and you're only putting bets on the high, you can't lower them to be lower than what you've actually bet on. So I've been betting on 95 and 7. So I can't take these numbers lower than this because the totals won't change. So if you start there, and if I say, oh, my best parameters are 16 and 102 for next month, and I do 102 and 16, I can't look back and see what it would have been at 7 because I haven't placed those bets, if that makes sense. A little bit complicated, but hopefully it does make sense. So you can see now we're at 944 profit for the month because we had minus £33.25 loss yesterday. And it's on to the last day of the month today, so I'll put that in. And then on the driftometer, you'll see what the total profit was for May. I'm hoping it's going to be 900 plus, but it could drop under 900 today, or it could go over 1,000, or it could just stay in the 900s. I'm hoping it's not going to drop under 900 on the basis we're up to 1,047 on the 17th. But at the end of the day, if somebody said to me on the 1st of May, you're going to get 900 quid profit on Sniper this month, I would have snapped the hand off, and I wouldn't really be bothered about the daily stats, to be honest. I would have just took it. I would have said, yep, thank you very much. I'll have the £900 profit. Okay, so I'm just going to flick back to Sniper now and see if there's been any bets on since we've logged in. Right, so back into Sniper, then this has just been left at Coral for some reason. It's either logged back in or placed a bet. So if we click on the bet and log tab, you can see it's placed 3 bets there while I've been looking at the spreadsheet. It's just placed a 4th one there with all with Bet365 as well. You do get a lot of bets with Bet365 and Sky because you get a lot of value with them. This is where I need to just every day come in and resize these columns because, like I say, I need to get to the mini PC and see if I can update the resolution, because normally you'd be able to see all these columns on the screen, but that's enough there. You can see the profit and loss down here and the results. So yeah, as the day goes on, these will be updated for those who don't know Sniper. I'm assuming most people watching this video do, but this will be updated with a win, a place, or a loss, or an off. It's a non-runner, and then your profit will be plus or minus there, and you'll have a total at the bottom of your profit and loss. So you can see the 4 horses were on here for later on today. So hopefully it'll be a good day today at the end of the month off and get over that grand, but more likely, probably optimistically looking to stay over 900. So less than a £44 loss would be nice, because I don't think I've had £900 profit on Sniper for a month before. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you want a copy of the spreadsheet, I will try and upload it to my Discord server. I'll put a copy of the link for the Discord server in the description of this video, and hopefully I'll try and pin it and upload it to the EWS channel on the Discord server. It's probably the easiest way I can do it. I've had problems with uploading files to the Ko-fi site recently. I've contacted support and just not had a response. I don't know why. I've got some old files on there, but nothing new's been able to be added on. I don't know what's going on there. So yeah, it'll be on the Discord server. I'll stick it up there. I'll leave it with my data in there so you can see and have a look at that data. But if you do make a copy of it, then just take out, all you need to do is strip out the data in the log sheet. If you take all that out so that it's blank, then you can store your own data set. It'll be interesting to see how you get on. And if you do have any advice, disagreements, different opinions, anything like that, just stick them in the comments. I'm happy to have a look at those and get back to anybody who has any issues or any better ideas. Okay, happy snipering. Thanks very much now. Cheers. Bye.